Every unsolved case has a clock. It starts the second the crime is committed and it never stops. At first, the clock works in the victim's favor. Evidence is fresh, witnesses remember, investigators are focused. But time is patient, and time always wins. Tonight, 3 cases, 3 families still waiting, 3 investigations that had momentum, had leads, had suspects, and then went quiet. The Miyazawa family had spent the day shopping for New Year's celebrations. Father Mikio, 44, Mother Yesko, 41, daughter Nida, 8, son Ray, just 6 years old. A tight-knit family, hard-working, beloved by neighbors, planning to move soon. Yesko kept delaying because she worried about her youngest adjusting to a new school. Sometime after 11 p.m., a man climbed through a second-floor bathroom window. He went to 6-year-old Ray's room first. Ray was asleep. He strangled him, left his body in bed, and moved on. He killed all 4 members of the Miyazawa family that night. The last to die was 8-year-old Nina. He didn't leave. Investigators determined that after the murders, the killer stayed in the home for at least 2 hours. He went to the kitchen, took ice cream from the freezer. He didn't use a spoon. He squeezed the tubs and ate directly from them, leaving saliva on every container. He found the family's first aid kit and bandaged the cut on his hand, leaving bloodied gauze on the counter. He used the bathroom and did not flush. He sat at the family computer at 1:18 a.m. He browsed the internet. He navigated around 4 bodies and he did not hurry. When investigators arrived, they called it a mountain of treasure. Fingerprints everywhere, blood samples, his full DNA profile, an entire outfit, the murder weapon, and his own feces. A former senior official said they all assumed a solution would not be far away. But the fingerprints matched no one in Japan's database, no one in Korea's, no one on record anywhere. Every clue pointed somewhere. None of them led to a person. For 25 years, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police preserved the Miyazawa home as a crime scene. A police officer guarded it around the clock. In early 2026, the house was demolished. The 25th anniversary brought one final public appeal, the largest reward ever offered by Japanese police. It produced 0 viable leads. Yesko's 92-year-old mother, Setsuko, still stands at a train station in Tokyo every week, handing out flyers, asking strangers if they know anything. For 25 years, she has not stopped. Cabin 28, a small resort in Keddie, California, population 66. A place so remote that the nearest town is a 45-minute drive. Sue Sharp was a single mother. She'd moved her 5 kids here from Connecticut looking for a fresh start. On the night of April 11th, 1981, Sue, her 15-year-old son John, and John's friend 17-year-old Dana Wingate went to sleep inside that cabin. In the back room, 3 younger children were asleep, including a boy named Justin Smart, son of the family's neighbor. The next morning, Sue's daughter Sheila came home from a sleepover next door. She found her mother, her brother, and Dana bound, beaten, and stabbed with a level of violence that investigators would later call almost incomprehensible. Her 12-year-old sister Tina was gone. Here's what makes Keddie so maddening. 3 children slept through all of it in the very next room. They were never touched. The lead suspect, a man named Marty Smart, who lived 2 cabins down, had a clear motive. He believed Sue had been interfering in his marriage. His therapist later told investigators that Marty had confessed to the murders in a session. The therapist reported it and the police did nothing. And then investigators found a letter written by Marty to his wife shortly after the murders. It read, "I've paid the price for your love, and now that I've bought it with 4 people's lives, you tell me we're through." A confession and everything but a name, and still no arrest and no trial. In 2018, investigators announced they had matched DNA from evidence at the scene to a living suspect. The case felt like it was finally breaking open. That was 8 years ago. The DNA has never produced a prosecution. The evidence is 45 years old. Chain of custody issues from the original investigation, which later officials called in their own words, disastrous at best, corrupt at worst, have made it nearly impossible to use in court. Both primary suspects are dead. The detectives who reopened the case have retired. Cabin 28 was demolished in 2004. The crime scene is literally gone. Tina Sharp's skull was found 30 miles away, 3 years after she was taken. She was 12 years old. She never received justice. In 2026, the Keddie cabin murders are 45 years old, and every year that passes, the window closes a little more. Kickapoo High School, Springfield, Missouri, graduation day. Stacy McCall was 18, headed to college in the fall. Susie Streeter was 19. Her mom Cheryl had just moved them into a new home on East Delmar Street, a fresh start after a divorce. That night, after a graduation party, Stacy and Susie changed plans at the last minute. Instead of staying at a friend's house, they drove to Susie's house to sleep. By the time they arrived, it was 2 a.m. They took off their makeup, folded their clothes, and went to bed. In the morning, they were gone. When friends arrived the next day, every car was in the driveway. All 3 purses were on the bedroom floor side by side. $900 cash inside Cheryl's bag, her cigarettes, and her car keys. Cheryl was a heavy smoker. She wouldn't have left without her cigarettes. The front porch light was broken, but only the glass globe. The bulb inside was still on. The dog, a Yorkshire Terrier named Cinnamon, was alive and well inside. No blood, no signs of a struggle, no broken furniture, no screams reported by neighbors. 3 women just vanished without leaving a trace of how. When Stacy's mother arrived at the house, she noticed the answering machine was blinking. She pressed play. A man's voice played, sexual hints, strange, threatening in tone. On old answering machines, playing a message deleted it automatically. The message was gone. The one piece of audio evidence that might have identified the caller, a voice, a number, a clue, erased in seconds. Police tried to recover it, but they couldn't. For decades, one theory persisted that the bodies were buried under the foundation of a hospital parking garage, built on a vacant lot, right after the woman disappeared. In 2026, that theory is officially dead. Advanced imaging confirmed the anomalies detected earlier were structural, not biological. The last physical lead, gone. Nobody has ever been charged, nobody has ever been named. Stacy's mother, Janice McCall, has spent 34 years refusing to stop asking questions. In 2026, the Springfield Three are still officially listed as missing persons, not deceased, missing somewhere. 3 cases, 3 completely different crimes, but the same ending. A family waiting, an investigation stalling, a clock that never stopped. Going cold doesn't mean giving up, it means running out of road. The evidence in Keddie is 45 years old. The crime scene in Springfield was cleaned by neighbors before police arrived. The house in Setagaya just came down. Every year, something is lost that cannot be recovered. But cold cases do get solved. DNA technology that didn't exist a decade ago is identifying killers today.